10 guys in double figures. That's amazing. One of the things that we had written in our scouting report that they get was we thought that this was going to be the mental preparation to be ready for a physical challenge, which it was, a concentration challenge, which it was, and there's a third thing. I feel like that guy, Rick Perry. On a shot clock challenge. We thought that the shot clock would be more of a factor. We had a couple of wild plays, but we passed those tests. And down 6, to come back against that veteran group and the way they were shooting it, I'm happy that we have advanced our game. Not advanced in this tournament, but we've advanced our game. We're better than we were Monday, and we're going to have to be better tomorrow night than we were tonight. But I guess I'll write your lead for you and shake your head and say that was a November game. Sure seemed like more than that to me.
So I think you were actually down 8 late. Can you talk about your resolve? Can you talk about the resolve you guys showed?
Well, we've been harping with this team about possessions, like finishing possessions, scores and stops. It's not spurts that in games like that. It's do you score and then do you stop? And I thought our defense got better as the game got a little bit longer. We got to clean up. We got to clean up. We can't possibly give a team 21 offensive rebounds. The threes. I was going to say, well, because of the 3 big guys. Okay, yeah, but the 3 big guys, what they just had 47 points and 31 rebounds. That's pretty good front line. So, we have to go somewhere and give up something. Tonight they made threes, particularly in the first half.
Phil, especially defensively, 3 big guys doesn't usually work, but the chemistry really was flourishing tonight. When did you make the decision, whether it was the off-season or the preseason, that you were going to play all 3 together, and were you surprised for, like you said, a November game that it was as fluid as it was tonight?
Well, actually, the decision was made for me last spring. Like Ron Roberts every day came and was better and was better and was better, and then in the summer he was better and he was better, and standing ovation to the NCAA because of that rule. I think you can play better basketball and you can get a better feel. And once we started when we started September 15th, this was the way we were going. So there had to be an offensive way that we could do it, and then a defensive way, and we had to say to Ron, you have to be a perimeter defender here. We're not going to take CJ away from the basket. Who counted these block shots for CJ? Stevie Wonder? He had more than 3 block shots. Come on, give the kid some credit here. He had way more than, he had 2 in the last 2 plays. He must have been a union worker, had to get home after midnight. So one of the things that they've done kind of seamlessly is they've switched. They just switch. So we might say, all right, Halil, you have Cooley tonight. But if there's a ball screen action involving CJ's man or Ron's man and they're guarding a perimeter guy, switch it. Switch it. And they have done that pretty comfortably. Now, one of the things that we have to work on is in the first half, we were all staying in gaps and we weren't stunning to the shooter. So Connaughton hit 2 threes in front of our bench. But we're going this way. You know what I mean? We're going this way. And, we'll work the kinks out as we go, really, with these 3 big guys. They're 3 of our 5 best players.
Phil, could you talk about, first of all, Ron Roberts on the free throw line today, and also CJ and his play coming in and what he did tonight?
Well, I think that Ron, it's all work. It's just flat out work. I think his freshman year he shot 44% from the foul line. Last year he shot 56, or it might have been 42 and 54. And we thought if we could get him 12 more percentage points. But it's all work. He and Dave do it. Dave breaks it down by tape with him. Dave takes him on the court. Dave gives him verbal cues every time he goes to the foul line. So he's a great example of, you know, you work at your game and opportunities should come, and big opportunities. You know, when I recruited him, I kind of said to him, "Is there anything that you really want?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm going to play in Madison Square Garden." So I told him that this was Madison Square Garden. I didn't tell him we were in Brooklyn.
Hey, Coach, could you talk?
CJ also. Could you talk?
CJ, the play I liked with CJ was the dribble penetration in the first half, and he tried to get one. He's been better with the bounce, and he took those couple of big threes in the stretch where we were down. So we have to get him more involved in our primary fast break. With these three guys, they have the option. Who's ever out ahead of the pack has to go to the front of the rim. CJ right now is drifting a little bit. We got to get back where we can run him to the front of the rim.
Coach, could you talk about the role that Chris Wilson's playing, both offensively and defensively, with Tate sitting out next game, or this game rather, and what the role Chris will?
Well, Chris played the point guard spot. I mean, he had one turnover. He took the ball into the teeth of the defense. He knew that we want to run things. I'll reserve judgment on his defense. He was running around a little bit too much. And sometimes guys get caught in that. They think they have to guard everybody. You don't. You have to guard your man and you have to guard the ball, but you can't be running all over the court. But Chris's level of play, he should be confident, and we're confident in him.
Final question?
Phil, such a big part of your success last year, winning 20 games, was Langston's perimeter defense. Coming in, how big a factor did you know what he was able to do defensively against Graham was going to be in the outcome of the game?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Grant. I'm a huge fan of guys that know how to play basketball. And every kid that had a Notre Dame uniform on, they know what they're doing. They know how to play basketball. And they don't have to run a lot of plays to do it. I mean, what Langston did on Monday night, and people could say, well, it was a Yale, but that kid is a really good player. He'll be all Ivy, the Morgan kid, and he had 4 points. Langston just worked on every single possession. I thought he really worked tonight defensively. And to be honest with you, we caught a little bit of a break. Atkins cramped up, and now Grant is a better cutter and mover, and he had to initiate their offense for them. So I wouldn't trade Langston for anybody. I have said that rightfully last year he was second team All-League, and if people want to consider him to be an All-League player, I think by the end of the year you're going to be talking about a guy that will be in consideration for some higher accolades than that in our league and in our city.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Coach.